Welcome back to Eugene, Oregon. More of the 1996 NCAA championships. Let's take a look at the women's team standings. LSU pulling away with 57 points. University of Texas second. University of North Carolina third. And a strong event for the LSU Lady Tigers coming up, the women's 200 meters, where they've also placed 3 finalists, just like they did in the 100 meters. And this could put it away as we look at the records. Flojo, the world and American record holder, and Don Sewell, the collegiate and meet record holder. And out of lane 5, DeAndre Hill of LSU. She's already won the 100 meters about 35 minutes ago. In fact, let's look back at that 100-meter title she won in a personal best, 11.03. Her teammate on the left of your screen, Zundra Feagin, getting second.
But you notice, what did she say right afterwards to Michelle Tafoya? She said, thanks for the congratulations. Now we've got to get ready for the 200 meters. That's important for our team title.
Zundra Feagin just inside DeAndre Hill in lane 4. If she were to win, it'd be the first time a school has had sprint winners that were different people in the same year. The top 5 finishers from the Southeastern Conference Championships in this field. As we take a look at the rest of the competitors, Astia Walker of LSU in lane 6. She's already gotten 4th place in the women's 100-meter hurdles. Debbie Ferguson of Georgia in lane 2, also one to watch.
DeAndre Hill, generally considered an inferior 200-meter runner to her teammate Zundra Feagin, but off that 11.03 outstanding 100-meter victory and her personal best in qualifying for this final, she could be dangerous. She'll be out ahead of Zundra Feagin. Feagin will be able to look up at her. But if Hill runs an outstanding turn, that could put pressure on this woman, Zundra Feagin.
Zundra Feagin 6th in the U.S. in this event in 1995, and both Hill and Feagin out well.
Oh, but Feagin has run an outstanding turn, Dwight.
Zundra Feagin coming off the turn first. It's Feagin in 4, Hill back in 5, but moving. Astia Walker of LSU in 6. Watch DeAndre Hill. Can she catch her teammate? It's Feagin. Feagin will win it at the line. Hill second, and Astia Walker pulling up near the finish line and grabbing her left hamstring.
So no 1-2-3 sweep, it doesn't look like, for LSU. But when people ask, are there such thing as 200-meter specialists, I think that's what you saw right there. Zundra Feagin, an outstanding 100-meter runner in her own right, as the LSU team concerned for the health of Astia Walker.
22.44 unofficially for Zundra Feagin, which would be a personal best to win 2 meters per second exactly on the allowable, as they see how Astia Walker is doing, and she doesn't sound like she's doing very well.
So we talked about the 200-meter specialist, Zundra Feagin, and she didn't give away anything on that turn to DeAndre Hill. In fact, Hill stands right up and really was ineffective around that turn. But look at the woman on the right of the screen. Zundra Feagin just eat up this turn, leaning slightly into it, as you see. And she came into the home stretch with a commanding lead. It really took until about 60 meters to go for Hill to start to use her speed. And she was all over her lane, Dwight, running on the outside of the lane, back towards the inside. She closed well, but it was just a little bit too late, as Zundra Feagin wins with a personal best. And watch the woman in the middle of the screen close so quickly. There you see Walker starting to suffer just a little bit, as I think that's where she hurt her leg. And Zundra Feagin in the middle of the screen, straining just a little bit towards the end, but very powerful with her arms, driving her legs to the finish line. I'm sure DeAndre Hill had a personal best as well, Dwight.
And here are the final results of that women's 200-meter final. The win was legal. Zundra Feagin gets a personal best, as does DeAndre Hill. And Astia Walker, still pulling up, was able to sweep for the LSU Lady Tigers. It's all over on the women's side. They have won their 10th straight team title. Astia Walker being helped off into the training tent. As I said, LSU clinches the team title with that 1-2-3 finish in the 200. And 2 of the big reasons for that are downstairs with Michelle Tafoya.
Oh, that's right. The 1-2 finish helped clinch. I know there's joy and pain here. Joy from the 1-2 finish, joy from the clinch, but pain in Astia Walker's injury.
Well, we don't know what happened yet, but we're going to check and see what's wrong. Hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
You are known for being a 200 specialist. You were complaining about the pollen and the sinus problems it was giving you all week. They didn't seem to bother you.
I've been taking some medicine, so it's been helping out. But I'm just glad it's over, because this has been a long 4 days.
A long 4 days after a long season. This was the whole goal, to win the 10th consecutive, unprecedented in women's collegiate athletics.
Oh, I'm so happy it's over with. Like she said, it's been a long 4 days, and it was looking kind of bad there after the 4x4 incident, but we pulled it off.
10 straight. Some athletes thrive on this kind of pressure. Some athletes don't even like to think about it. How did this team use it?
I mean, we just pulled together this week. We had some mishaps. It just made us stronger, and we pulled together as a group.
Your coach always says that this is a co-ed team. This is the men's and the women's, not just the women. How have the men supported you through this?
They've been behind us 100%. They've been out here every day with us, and when things got down, they pushed us, so we couldn't have done it without them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good news out of the medical tent. Astia Walker, who finished third in that 200 meters, just suffering from some dehydration and some muscle cramps. She should be okay.